Look at how dangerously fast the situation is changing. What we are witnessing, right, now is not normal pressure politics. This is the kind of escalation that usually appears just before a major global confrontation. Everything now revolves around Venezuela. But the real players are far bigger: the United States, Russia, and China. According to emerging reports, Russian naval assets, including submarines and warships, have been deployed after U.S. forces allegedly attempted to board and seize a Russian-linked oil tanker operating near Venezuelan waters. This tanker is not symbolic. It is a working lifeline, moving oil from Venezuela to global markets. Washington claims the oil is illegal. Moscow calls it a red line. Russia has reportedly warned the U.S. that this line has now been crossed. First pressure on Venezuelan oil, then the arrest of the Venezuelan president. Now direct interference with Russian energy assets. From Moscow's perspective, this is no longer about sanctions or diplomacy. It's about power and deterrence. What makes this more explosive is the location: the Caribbean Sea. NATO-aligned forces present, U.S. special units active, Russian submarines moving in response. This is not a drill. This is a direct test of how far Russia is willing to go to protect its interests. Inside Venezuela, the situation is collapsing fast. With the president removed, the acting leadership has reportedly reached out to both Russia and China, asking for immediate support. Their message is clear: if they fall, Venezuela's oil will be taken, sold, and controlled without consent. The accusation is blunt: that the oil will be extracted, exported, and monetized abroad, while Venezuela gets nothing until a U.S.-approved government is installed. What's alarming is that these statements are not being made behind closed doors. They are being said openly. The message from Washington appears simple: power decides ownership. This is why Russia's response matters so much. If Moscow fails to protect this tanker, it won't just lose oil, it will lose credibility. Allies will question whether Russia can protect anyone beyond its borders. The same applies to China. If Russia retreats today, tomorrow it could be Chinese tankers. Chinese routes, Chinese allies. This is also about testing limits. Analysts believe Washington is deliberately probing Russia's threshold, checking how much pressure it can apply before triggering a direct response. It's not just about Venezuela. It's about reshaping global obedience. Meanwhile, countries watching from the sidelines are being given an unspoken ultimatum: choose sides. Stand with the U.S. or face sanctions, pressure, and possibly regime change. Stand with China or Russia and prepare for economic and political warfare. Inside the U.S., this strategy is deeply controversial. Approval for these aggressive moves is reportedly low, yet the escalation continues. Critics argue this is about projecting strength at any